If you wear an Oura Ring, an Apple Watch, or any device that gives you a sleep score every morning, I have something to tell you that's going to feel uncomfortable. That device is not accurately measuring your sleep. It's measuring your heart rate, your movement, and guessing. The number it gives you for deep sleep can be off by 43 to 71 minutes in a single night, and the total sleep time it reports can be off by an hour. But the ironic thing about these devices, the more you check it, the worse your sleep is likely to get. It's called orthosomnia, a clinical term coined by Dr. Kelly Barron for the obsessive pursuit of perfect sleep data, which means checking your sleep score so often creates the anxiety about your sleep. It starts making your sleep worse. I'm Sleep Dr. Chris, a double board certified sleep doctor and neurologist for over a decade, and I've helped over 20,000 patients sleep better. In this video, I'm going to show you what your wearable is actually telling you, what it can't tell you, and why the metric you've been chasing is the wrong one. If you ever looked at your sleep score and thought, that doesn't match how I actually feel, your instinct was right. Inside your ring or your watch are two sensors. The first small light that shines against your skin is to detect changes in your blood flow with each heartbeat. That gives the device your heart rate and heart rate variability. The second is an accelerometer that detects motion. Every shift, every roll, every time you move. Some devices add a third sensor that estimates blood oxygen. From those signals, your device runs an algorithm that estimates how much deep sleep, REM sleep, and light sleep you got. So that means your sleep score every morning is built on those estimates. But here's the issue. Quality sleep is defined by brainwaves. The only way to know for certain that you're in a deep sleep is to read the delta waves your brain produces during that stage, not heart rate or motion. Also, the only way to know you're in REM is to read the patterns your brain produces then, because both of these stages have unique brainwave signatures. And unfortunately, the sensors required to measure brainwaves has to be on your scalp, not your wrist or finger. So when your device tells you you got 2 hours of deep sleep last night, what it really means is, based on your pulse and your movement, the algorithm guessed 2 hours looked like deep sleep. Sometimes that guess is close. Sometimes it's off by an hour or more. In 2024, researchers at Harvard Medical School and Brigham and Women's Hospital ran a study that tested 3 most popular wearables against polysomnography, the gold standard sleep measurement used in clinical sleep labs. 35 healthy adults wore an Oura Ring, a Fitbit Sense 2, and an Apple Watch Series 8 simultaneously, while a full sleep lab measured what was actually happening in their brains. Here's what they found. The Apple Watch underestimated deep sleep by 43 minutes and overestimated light sleep by 45 minutes. That's a 90-minute staging error, nearly a full sleep cycle wrong in a healthy young adult. The Fitbit Sense overestimated light sleep by 18 minutes. The Oura Ring performed the best out of all 3, with no significant bias for adults in this age group. But the error is compounded with age. A study from 2026 found that in older adults, the Oura Ring overestimated deep sleep by 71.5 minutes, more than an hour wrong on average. The Fitbit overestimated deep sleep in older adults by nearly a half an hour. These aren't minor measurement errors. These are the difference between thinking you've got an hour and a half of deep sleep when you actually got 15 minutes, or thinking you got a poor night when you actually slept well. If you're new to this conversation and you want a place to start, I have a free guide called The Real Sleep Fix, linked in the description. It covers the sleep myths most people believe, what bad sleep actually does to your brain, and 4 quick wins you can try tonight. It's a starting point. But now let me show you the actual trap your tracker is setting. How often do you check your sleep score? If the answer is every morning, sometimes more than once, you're not alone. About half American adults wear a sleep tracker, and a study from 2024 found that 3 to 14% of those trackers users now show signs of orthosomnia, checking, comparing, obsessing, adjusting their behavior around scores their device can't reliably measure. That's the trap. The device wasn't built to make you anxious, but the score it produces every morning gives your brain something to anchor to. And once that anchor's there, it's almost impossible to ignore. People in orthosomnia patterns do the same things. They extend their time in bed to chase higher numbers. They get into bed earlier, hoping for more deep sleep. They stay in bed in the morning to push the total hours up. And they lie awake worrying about whether they're sleeping well. and the wear itself prevents sleep. Here's the cruel irony. The first line treatment for insomnia in clinical sleep medicine is called sleep restriction therapy. It deliberately reduces the time in bed. The whole goal is to build a stronger drive to sleep, which deepens sleep and improves quality. People chasing tracker scores are doing the exact opposite. The extended time in bed destroys the efficiency they're trying to improve. So if the tracker is showing you a number, your behavior is trying to influence that number, and that behavior itself is making the underlyings worse. What can you do instead? The honest answer, you can mobilize what you can't measure, but you can protect the conditions that allow good sleep to happen. And there are 3 shifts you can make tonight. 1. Stop checking the score in the morning. The data isn't accurate enough to make daily decisions, and the anxiety from looking at it is doing more damage than any insight you gain. 2. Stop spending more time in bed. When the sleep is bad, every instinct says to give it more runway. Clinical sleep medicine reduces time in bed to fix sleep, not add to it. Number 3. Protect the first 3 hours after you fall asleep. Deep sleep happens mostly in the first half of the night. The hour before bed matters more than the hour after waking. What you do in the evening determines whether deep sleep happens at all. But let me say, sleep anxiety isn't a character flaw. It's a pattern your nervous system learned over weeks, months, or years of bad sleep nights, score chasing, and bedtime dread. And patterns don't unlearn themselves on willpower. That's why I built the 14-day sleep anxiety reset, a day-by-day protocol designed to retrain your nervous system around sleep. It's the same approach I use with my patients. That link is also in the descriptions if you want it. But if you made it this far into the video, here's one thing I want to leave you with. A sleep tracker is a tool, and your tool isn't a doctor. Your body is the actual sensor to determine if you're getting quality sleep. How you feel when you wake up, how your energy holds through the day, whether your mind is sharp, that's the data that matters, and your tracker can't measure any of it. My goal with this channel is to give you what actually works for sleep. The free Real Sleep Fix guide is in the description if you want a starting point. The 14-day sleep anxiety reset is there if you saw yourself in the orthosomnia loop and you want the full protocol. I'm here to help you sleep better. Sweet dreams.